You say you want to be here, but you're not even acting like her. Honestly, I'm seeing zero similarities between you and your highest self. And I know that sucks to hear, but sometimes we got to hear shitty things to make some changes. This is the conversation I had with myself just 2 weeks ago. And it was right after like a huge, like blow up in my family, a lot of fighting, a lot of just family drama. And I'm like, bro, it's the same shit over and over. Every time my family gets together, it's the same thing over and over and over. And then I look at my life and I realize, oh, it's the same shit over and over and over. Damn, I'm no better than the stuff I say I'm trying to get away from. So I decided to completely start over. I made myself, see, here's the thing. I may be a very type B person, but given the right circumstances, that type A comes out the back real quick. I decided that I was going to give myself a rigid schedule. So and the schedule was to help me like tune in, tap into my highest self. And it basically started with like, what does the higher me look like, think like, act like? Okay. I'm really good at, visualizing and playing make-believe and maladaptive dissociation. Okay. So let me just start daydreaming, imagining all the things that the higher version of me would be doing, like the perfect day in her life. Then I wrote a fucking schedule. I wrote a schedule of all the things I know this bitch does because she's a baddie and she looks like a baddie and her business is flourishing and she's fucking wealthy as fuck. And I'm like, okay, so at least I can fall into pattern with her. Like, what can I do to close the gap between my highest self and this version of me that currently exists right now? I can at least mimic that bitch's schedule on during the times that I can. Like, I'm a mom. I can't do everything exactly like how I would want to do because of just responsibilities and things. But I can control a huge portion of my day. So that's one of the benefits of working for yourself. I can control a huge portion of my day. Why would I not be trying to emulate my highest self? I know what she looks like. I know what she does. I know her morals. I know her standards. If I have all this information about her, why am I not implementing it for myself so that I can become her? It's really that simple, and I feel like we make it complex. Because it's simple, but like the only way you become this highest version of you is to be consistent with that repetition, consistent with embodying this other person. And when we say embodying, like, oh, think and act like, I'm so for real. I'm so for real. Think and act like, make yourself do it. And it's not like I'm doing a bunch of like super intense, like business work and intense workouts like 75 hard. It's nothing like that. I even build like things that boost my oxytocin and dopamine into my day to make sure like I'm as happy as I can be, I'm as healthy as I can be with the situations I can control because I don't live alone. So like I want to optimize every aspect of my life, spiritually, my sleep hygiene, all the things. I want to optimize it as best I can how my higher self would optimize it. And I build that into my routine. I build that into my schedule. Like to the point where like I'm going to share with you, it sounds asinine, it sounds crazy, but I just been through 1 week of it and I'm already making more money in my business. I already am less inflamed in my face. I'm already like just feeling my best. My digestion is better. Like it's crazy. So I'm going to share with you my little schedule. Now, it's a bit much. It's a bit much. I'm not saying do this. This is just what my higher self does. So let's tuck in. Week 1 is my highest self. I wake up at 4 a.m. I know that sounds crazy. Or maybe it doesn't. And I'm just late. But when I used to be really in my gym bag this time last year, I was really good. 444 on the timer. I was really good at like waking up early, going to the gym, super consistent. I'm not even a part of that gym anymore, but it was really easy for me to tap back into that. Like I was waking up at 5 then. This is just an hour before. And I did it right at like the daylight savings times change. I feel like that's a hack. I don't know. I know I'm late, but like it really did help. But I just started waking up at 4, and I would give myself like a little time to like come awake gently, because for the first couple days I was rushing as soon as I woke up. And then I'm like, bitch, what are you rushing for? You have all this time. You built all this time into your day. You don't have to rush trying to do all the things before responsibility comes knocking at the door. So from 4 a.m. to 4:15, yes, I know, I listen to subliminals. And I do this because every time I wake up that early or at all with an alarm, I'm going to hit snooze. I might as well pop on my headphones while I hit that snooze button. They're right next to each other. And just listen to my subliminals for 15 minutes, since I'm gonna snooze anyway. This is not about me like forcing myself to do stuff. It's working with the habits and routines I already have that don't counteract my highest self, because I'm doing all the stuff she's doing. And as long as like I can keep those pieces of like what makes me feel like relaxed and cozy, and like pressing snooze is one of those. I know it's like, it's such a little thing, but just to be like, you can have a couple more minutes, I love you. It's like a little message to yourself. I've built this into your day, because it's hard to wake up and then immediately go start doing things. It's not even good for you. Anywho, yeah, so 4:15, I wasn't gonna share this, there's stuff on here. Okay, 4:15 to 4:45, I go to the bathroom. When I say my digestion's on point, something about waking up at 4 a.m., I have zero issues going to the bathroom, which is a big deal for me. And it happens at like, this is so much information to give to strangers on the internet, 4:30 a.m. every morning, except for the last 2 days, but I've also been really tired, and we're going to talk about that later. Yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling fine in that department, in case you were wondering. But I also drink hot water. I've completely switched to drinking hot water for a plethora of reasons. I can talk about it in another video, but don't put boiling water in your Stanley and expect it not to be hot. And then I come outside, a little bit, and then I go and while I do that, because I know I'm gonna do that, so I'm like, let me pair it with something that's like good for me. So I'll listen to like a motivational YouTube video every morning. Like I like listening to the Dollhouse. I love her a lot. But like I will sit and I will, have my little treat for myself first thing in the morning, and listen to something that's really good for me. Drink my hot water because it's really good for my system. And then I'll go downstairs in the basement. Okay, so that's 4:45. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place. If you're watching this, I love you. Please subscribe. So 4:45 to 5 a.m. is when I'm doing my lymphatic drainage. I just started this today because I have been so inflamed, and I have wood therapy tools. I have gua shes. I literally have all this stuff. I'm just like, I had no routine or structure to like implement it into my day. So I'm like, what makes more sense than first thing in the morning when I have this time to myself? I've already had my hot water. I've already done what I needed to do for the day. I might as well do my face gua sha and like my body gua sha with therapy, lymphatic drainage, and I'll hop on the rebounder to like flush everything out. And then from 5 a.m. to 6 a.m. I'm doing yoga. I've been doing this vinyasa to yin yoga. It has changed me. That needs to be a whole nother video, but doing yoga every day, I feel like my baseline of calm is just so steady. Like, I'm just so calm. I'm like so chill. I'm like, I have a toddler, but like, I'm so chill. I'm like, I don't like, my temper's not flaring as much. Like, I think it's like the breath work mostly, but like, I just want to learn more about doing, I want to learn more about doing yoga, and all like, it's like moving meditation. I heard somebody say that. That's exactly what it feels like. So if you have a hard time meditating, try yoga. It gives you, like, if you have ADHD, it gives you something to do while working on your breath, while like letting your mind kind of just like do what it needs to do, and like just focus on what you're doing at the moment. It's really nice. It just helps slow me down for the day. And like, I always, beforehand, so good. Okay, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. I had a blank section. I had 2 hours that I was just kind of like doing whatever. So sometimes I would take a bubble bath. Other times I would, just I would go back to bed. Like, I would lay down, which was like kind of would ruin my day because I'd like lose my momentum. And I found myself being like really, really tired. And then sometimes my son gets up early and like I'm getting him ready for the day. what I've decided is like that is going to be my bath time. Yes, it's literally 6 a.m. I love a good bubble bath. They make me feel really, really good, especially like if there's lots of scents and like good bubbles. It's a very sensory experience for me, and it really like calms me and keeps me centered, because I feel like, I don't know, I'm working on healing my nervous system, but this is one of the ways. Sometimes the shower is too overstimulating. I hope I'm not the only one who feels this way, but like sometimes I cannot stand being in the shower. Like I've had to wear my headphones in the shower because like the sound of the water, this is gonna make me sound so crazy. The sound of the water was too intense and I couldn't stand like all the pelting all over me. It was freaking me out. And so I just switched to taking baths when I'm overwhelmed like that. So like I build one into my day every day. So I do that at 6 a.m. Listen, it sounds crazy. Please try it. Please take a bubble bath at 6 a.m. in the morning and then tell me that your day was better. Come back and tell me that your day was better, because I know it will be. 11:01 on the timer. That is for somebody, and it's 2:12 on my clock. Just pointing that out. If you care about angel numbers and all that jazz. Oh yeah, okay. So 6 to 8 a.m. 8 a.m. is like when my day starts. Like momming and stuff like that. So 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. I'll make breakfast for my son. I'll have a cup of tea. And then from like 9 to 10, I'm going to have a little break again, drink some more tea, drink my supplements, do my hair and my makeup. And then from 10 to 11, I am filming, doing content, and scheduling posts, which is like, all I'm kind of doing is like refining the parts of my schedule that I kind of already had. They were just really loose. 11:44. Sorry, I do that on my tarot channel, so I can't help it. Every time I see an angel number, I have to say it. But yeah, from 10 to 11, I'm filming content and I'm scheduling content. And then from like, because sometimes I finish with that pretty early, so I kind of mesh that in with doing my private readings, because I'm a tarot reader. So like I will schedule my private readings during that chunk of time, which I need to expand that chunk of time or find a bigger chunk of time because I'm falling behind. But that's what I have right now. That's like the perfect time to do that. So I do like all of my private readings during that time. And then from 11:30 to 12:45, that's when I take my son to the park. We play, we do whatever, we just like, we're outside. I'm trying to get us to being outside 2 hours a day, but it's, getting really cold. So we'll see what we can do. But like, I want to have him outside 2 hours every day. Just, for like sunlight, and like, that's like the bare minimum that we need. And we live in the Midwest, like it's clouds. It's cloudy today. That's why I look like this. And then 12:45 to 1:30. Now this is weird. I give my son a bath in the middle of the day. It's before it gets really, really cold. It helps him calm down for his nap, because he takes a nap right after. So from 12:45 to 1:30 is like bath and bedtime for him, getting him ready for bed. And then from 1:30 to 3, which is where we are right now, I have a little session. I clean the house, I record for YouTube, and then I edit, post, and then like organize my admin things on my computer. And then finally we're at 3 o'clock. 3 to 5 p.m. is when I am live for my tarot readings on TikTok. So I block out that time. I might not be on the whole time. I find myself like, if the vibe is just like, I'm gonna get off early and not really like waste my time. So if I have private readings that are built up, I'll do those during that time slot if I get off of my live early. And then, yeah, that takes us to 5 p.m. 5 to 6 p.m. is dinner. I always try to have dinner, like me and my son, we try not to watch anything. We just stare at each other. We just like, just talk, and like, he's just the sweetest little man. I love him so much. And then 6 to 7 p.m. is like getting my son ready for bed and moving the bath time to the middle of the day. Cause like, we're not gonna leave the house after about like 2. Like we're not going anywhere. Like once he's taken his nap, the rest of the day is a home day, because he gets so rambunctious when we leave the house. That time period between nap time and bedtime, they are pretty close, but that's just the way his body naturally, like that's how the time he needs to fall asleep, and that's the time he needs to go to bed. But yeah, so we're home. So like moving the bath to the middle of the day just works so much more for me. And so that 6 to 7 slot doesn't feel so rushed of like, okay, brush your teeth and take a bath and let's put on lotion. I just get to do like the other half of that, taking the bath out, because he loves the bath. So he wants to spend a lot of time in there. enough about that. But it's, yeah, that's what I want to reemphasize. Like, when you do this, if you do this, I hope you do this, it's amazing. Just work your, like, try different things out and see how they affect your day, and try to optimize your day as much as possible. Because, like, with all of this repetition, you are integrating into your subconscious that this is just what you do. This is just normal now. This is normal now. So all of the other things that go along with your higher self, it becomes normal now. This is just like how it is. You're, even if you don't have all the money you want right now, you're visualizing, you're feeling the emotions. Okay, now you're embodying, and now you're focused on it. It will happen. So it's so important to, like, optimize your day as much as possible in order to integrate with your highest self. And if you want my 21-day guide, you can get that on my Stan store. Just had to plug myself real quick. What else? Okay, so 7 to 7:45 is when I just decompress. I built that in. It's only 45 minutes. It's all I need. I come out to my car. And then I just, like, do whatever I want. If I want to watch a YouTube video, if I want to sit in silence, if I want to journal, if I just want to, like, zone out, whatever I want to do, I do it. And then I immediately go do my, like, my yoga that's, like, not, like, for muscle building. It's like, what is it? It's like the Mayo Fascio, I'll put it here, kind of yoga. So it's like for your joints and your ligaments, and like hip opening, like stress relief, like emotion relief. I'm really trying to have a breakthrough there because a bitch can't cry. So I really need to have some sort of, like, release in that way. So I've made a lot of progress with my hip opening. I'm so surprised. Like, I've always been super tight and my hips kind of, like, click and snap and stuff like that. And I was just never very kind to my body growing up. Like, if you're young, please take care of yourself. I'm only 31. Please take care of yourself. Or if you haven't, please start now. So yeah, straight into yoga. And then, yeah, so that takes us to 8:45 when yoga is done. 8:45 to 9 p.m. I know it's short, but the yoga really, like, that is my nighttime routine. Like, obviously, like, there's a time period here where, like, I wash my face and stuff. And see, it's not in here, so, like, it steals time from other things. So I need to make a dedicated time for that because it's something I'm not the best at. Okay, it'll push my bedtime backwards if I don't have it integrated into my day. This sounds insane. And yeah, 8:45 to 9 p.m. I pop on my subliminals. I will also do my red light therapy at that time. I have it hooked above my bed. So as I get ready for bed, I pop on my subliminals. I have my YouTube auto shut off for 20 minutes. And then I turn my red light on and I'll visualize for 20 minutes right before I go to bed. And then when I know when YouTube turns off, I turn off the lamp. I fall asleep. I usually have my subliminal also playing on my TV. I know it's not as effective, but I'm not going to keep my headphones on all night. Maybe I need one of those, like, headphone thingies I see on TikTok all the time. I'll put that on so that I'm, like, really integrating that into my subconscious before I go to bed. That's a lot. I've been talking for 20 minutes. It's 2:20 on the clock. But yeah, it sounds insane, but, like, I feel so calm. I feel so centered. I feel the closest to my higher self I've ever felt. I'm able to visualize better because I'm kind of already living that day. Even if it's not all of it, parts of it are, like, exactly what my higher self would be doing it in the way that she would be doing it. And so it really helps me integrate. And I'm starting to, like, feel the emotions and and, like, business is already better and the numbers are looking good. I'm seeing what I want to see already and just the beginning. And not to mention the amount of abundance that's been coming into my life in other ways, like random gifts. Someone gifted me steaks, like ribeyes, like just like random things. Someone filled my gas tank. Just random forms of abundance have started to come in because I'm so aligned with my higher self. I'm in such a good vibration, such a good place that, like, the things that I want that are on that vibration are, like, finally being able to, like, land. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's all I have. I've gabbed enough. It is, where are we at in the schedule? So 1:30 to 3 o'clock. It is almost 2:30. It's 2:22, or about to be. And And but I do want to throw this in there. I also kind of ask myself in these chunks of time where I have a lot of things listed, it's completely cool to like prioritize what feels good in the moment within that block. That's why, like I've said in a previous video, like you need the masculine container of like, this is the time where you have these things to do. You can kind of like flow and like figure out the timing that's best. It might change from day to day, but as long as I get it done by this time, it doesn't really matter. Like give yourself that flexibility and freedom. Cause like I'm really considering just like spending this time editing, which is like not, I mean, it's on here, but it's not a big portion of it. I might just go edit. I might just go post this right now to be productive. But yeah. That's what I'm feeling. So it's 2:22 on my clock. I'm gonna go. Be great, be awesome, be aligned with my highest self. If you want to be that too, follow, like, subscribe, all the things. You can find me on TikTok if you're into like tarot readings and meditations, that type of stuff. Check out my links for all of my products. You might find some things you like in there. I've got some awesome things. And I love you guys so much. Bye.